Hi everybody, and welcome to another After Effects tutorial. My name is Eitan, and today I will be showing you how to make a neon sign type effect like this. Sort of glitchy a little. And this background I just found online. So you can really put this on anything, it can be any color. So let's get started. Okay. Make a new composition. I'm going to have it 1920 by 1080p. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is type our text. So go to the text selection tool there, or text creator, I guess, and type your text. I will type ULearn FX. There we go. There. Choose a font, and I recommend some sort of script. I'm not sure if that's perfect, but oh well, this is what I'll be using for now. So right click on this text and select create masks from text, not shapes, although I guess you could work with that too. But the way we're going to be doing it, masks from text. So now if you want, you can delete this. It's not visible anymore. What happened there? The text was just like carved in these outline masks out of a white solid. So we don't really need this layer anymore. It's just underneath the exact same thing, only this one's made out of a bunch of different masks. But I'm going to leave it there just in case I mess up and need to change anything later. So now that we have these outlines, we can get started. So search stroke. There we go. And add on a stroke. Now you're not going to see anything right away, so switch it to on transparent. And then go to all masks, check that right there. What this is doing is it's saying all of the masks that you've just created, I'm going to add a stroke around the outside of, but not on top of the original image, on just transparent nothing. There's nothing under this, it's just typing writing them on nothing. Okay, so now we can play with the brush size, all these settings, and I'm gonna add an expression to the opacity so it'll flicker. So I'll click on that. I'm gonna do wiggle parentheses. I'll do 20, 150. Okay, so what that's doing is since everything in After Effects is represented by a numerical value, it's telling this numerical value to change, to wiggle 20 times a second. So I guess that would be almost once a frame, within 150 numbers, I guess, of the original. So it'll be going, that's why it's going so fast, because it's doing a lot. If you go just to one frame to another, most frames it's going to be changing. So that's what that expression is actually doing. So now on top of that, we're going to add a glow. There we go. Turn up the radius a little. That seems about good. And now if you want to pick a color, what looks good? That looks alright. And then I'm going to link just these glow colors. I'm going to set it to alpha channel. And then I'm going to set these colors to that color. And what I could do is use this color selector and do that. But what if we decide to change that color later? So what I'm going to do instead is add expressions to these, and not that. I'll click on both of the ones you want to change, and then just use this pick whip and link it to the color, and do the same thing on the other one. And so now you just have a bit smoother of an effect. Okay, now this step is optional. I think it sometimes looks better, sometimes doesn't really make that much of a difference. So you can do this if you want to. Find edges. And then invert it. So sometimes you get some really cool results with this, also depending on how much you blend it. Or if you don't invert it and then later just throw on a tint on top of that. And then bring it back to whatever color you wanted. You could do that as well. So, I don't know how much of a difference that really makes, if you like it or not. But that's just one other cool little thing you could do. I think I'm actually going to leave it right now inverted, and I'll blend it a little bit. Actually, what I'll do is I'll duplicate the layer. On the top layer, I'm going to have 0%, and on the bottom layer, I'm just going to delete this entirely. And then I'm going to set the top layer to screen, so toggle switches and modes, which will cancel out the blacks. And so that'll just help a little. Just sort of on top of it. You could do add, oh, no, I meant to change the top one to screen. There we go. I like that. I think that looks very neon sign-ish. Okay, so now we just need a little border. So what we're going to do for that is use a shape layer. So go up here, make sure you're not selecting any of the layers. And if you can drag down if you want something other than a rectangle. I'm going to use a rectangle. So just make a little rectangle and drag that underneath. Go into the properties of that and delete everything but the rectangle path and the rectangle itself. And I guess you could leave transform too. Add a stroke to that. So turn up the width. Alright, so now we're going to add some dashes to it. Make it a dashed line and turn that up until you get a satisfying amount of dashes. You could have something like that. Or I'm probably going to add some more. That looks good. And then alt-click on the offset, time, star, and then say 500. That'll take a minute to render. And what that expression's doing is it's just saying as time progresses, move this value forward 500. There we go. Okay, and obviously we're not done with that yet. Now we just have to change the color. So you can make this either a different color, maybe darker version, or just use the color picker. Keep it the exact same there. And I think adding a glow helps. Radius, alpha channel, glow intensity, and there we go. And that looks alright, and again, if we want to link this, I'm not going to change it, so I already showed you how to link it. I'm not going to do that again. There we go. So now we have our little sign, and then what you should do, just to finish this up, create a new black solid underneath. And then if you want to resize the composition to cut out anything you don't want, you can do that, and then pre-compose. Then you can just add this on top of whatever it is you want to have a blinking neon sign. So, thank you for watching this After Effects tutorial. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will try to respond. Also, if you have any ideas for future After Effects tutorials, let me know, and who knows, I might make a tutorial on that. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.